Welcome to the video on problem solving exercises. In this video, I will go over a problem of finding out the balanced budget government expenditure multiplier, and I will use a very simple linear setting to find this multiplier. So let's assume that the government, in order to spend money into the economy, the government expenditure, collects it as a revenue from the citizens in the form of a tax. And we will have a simple structure for tax, lump sum tax. Let's say it is equal to T. Then the balanced budget implies that the government expenditure should be equal to the taxes. That's the balanced budget. This is the balanced budget for the government. And given the taxes, now the national income available for consumption is not the entire income Y, but we will have YD. We will call it disposable income. Y minus taxes. With that, we are now ready to compute the aggregate expenditure. I will start with first the household consumption C being sum of autonomous consumption plus marginal propensity to consume multiplied by the disposable income. I can rewrite it as A plus marginal propensity to consume times Y minus T. We can simplify the terms in the parentheses as A plus marginal propensity to consume times Y minus marginal propensity to consume times the taxes. And we also know taxes are equal to the government expenditure. So maybe I will write it here itself. So I have got MPC times Y minus MPC times the government expenditure G. That's our household consumption. Now let's write down the aggregate expenditure being sum of C plus private investments plus government expenditure plus net export. So we are going to write down the household consumption A plus MPC times Y minus MPC times G plus investment plus government expenditure plus net export. Maybe I can collect terms involving government expenditure. I got two of them. So I will write it as A plus MPC times Y. I will write private investment first, and then I have G minus MPC times G. So we can see I can factor out G from both these terms. I get 1 from here minus MPC from here, and then we have the net export. That's our aggregate expenditure. And then we are looking at finding out the national GDP in equilibrium, which means Y must be equal to the aggregate expenditure in equilibrium. So I have Y on the left hand side, A plus MPC times Y plus investment plus government expenditure 1 minus MPC plus the net export. Now I can solve this. This is one equation and one unknown. Y is the only unknown. So I will need to bring all the unknowns on the left hand side. So I have this MPC times Y appearing on the right hand side as a positive sign. So I subtract. With that I am able to get on the left I got Y 1 minus MPC, because I can factor out Y from these two terms. So first one has coefficient 1, the second one minus MPC. This is the collection of these two terms we obtain. And then I have A, the second term cancels out, plus I plus G multiplied by 1 minus MPC plus net export. To find the value of y, I will divide both sides by 1 minus MPC. Maybe I will write these two terms together. Then plus G times 1 minus MPC over 1 minus MPC. And then the last term also I divide by 1 minus MPC. With that, I have got y on the left hand side. These two terms cancel out. You can see this cancellation takes place on the right hand side too. Now I have got A plus I over 1 minus MPC plus government expenditure by itself plus net export 1 minus MPC. Now we are ready to collect the first and the third term. They are A plus I plus NX, all divided by 1 minus MPC plus government expenditure. So you can see the coefficient of the government expenditure in this expression is 1. That is the balanced budget government expenditure multiplier, which is the coefficient here, which is 1. So 1. What it means is that even when government resorts to a balanced budget expenditure activity, for every dollar of expenditure, it collects equal amount of revenue. So what might appear to be like an accounting exercise, that itself helps the economy to grow in equilibrium by the amount of government expenditure. That's the power of government expenditure and the critical role it plays in augmenting the GDP for the economy. And this is a good point to stop.